Thank you, Mike. This is The Talk Tonight here on CBS5. We are on one exclusive topic this evening. There's my buddy Matt Mulcahy from NBC3. We were honored to be at Manlius Pebble Hill School today with law enforcement and the other folks who are very fond of Vera House, the agency that does such good work across central New York when it comes to trying to stop domestic and sexual violence. Matt and I, along with Dan Cummings of Channel 9, are the honorary White Ribbon co-chairs this year, and we're talking about domestic violence and putting it in focus and using the platform that we have been given on television and our work with Vera House to talk more about it. The woman sitting next to me now, Katie Stager, who speaks on issues related to domestic violence for Vera House and speaks on them from the most horrific and most personal view that anyone could have. Take me back to the date was July 9th of 2010. What happened that day?
That morning around 3 a.m.
Overnight?
Yeah, I was sleeping with my grandson, and my husband that I had left in January snuck into my apartment and was stabbing me and beating me up.
Stabbing you not just once, not
37.
just even 12 times. How many times?
37.
How did you survive that? What did the doctors say saved your life?
I pretended I was dead, and my daughter happened to wake up and come out as he was leaving, and she called 911. But they said they don't know what I did or how I did it, but I saved my own life. I didn't just pretend I was dead and tried not to breathe, and, you know, I wasn't ready to go, you know, so.
You had a grandchild sleeping in the bed right next to you.
Right next to me.
Right
on my
next
arm.
to you.
My 3-year-old grandson. He didn't wake up through the whole thing. We think. He doesn't remember anything. He's 5 now.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. So, you know, that was frightening in itself, that I was worried about him, and I did push him with my foot at one point to get him further away while I was up standing.
Katie, we're going to continue our conversation. We're going to focus on what comes next. What comes next for you and your work with Vera House, and what comes next for Central New York as a community as we tackle this horrific issue. We'll be right back. Husband, the man she planned to leave, who came into her home and stabbed her many, many times. You are a survivor among survivors, and we're so glad that you're here to help us as we talk about the Vera House White Ribbon campaign and domestic violence in general in our community. Where are we? Give Central New York a grade on domestic violence.
I think that as a community, we're getting more vocal about it, and it's out there more in the news, and Vera House brings it out. I think there's more awareness about it now than I remember ever seeing. I think that it has to be said more. It has to be voiced more.
What has to be said? A story as horrific as yours is, does that need to be out there more?
Yes.
It does.
I think that people are unaware that this is happening right next door.
Were you unaware until you were stabbed so many times?
No, I was abused throughout my...
Throughout. Never to that level, though, right?
Never to that level.
Never that violent.
No, that was, and that wasn't even seen for 6 months. You know, we were separated, and for 6 months, everything seemed fine, quiet, calm before the storm.
What do you say to a woman who is watching, or a woman who knows a woman, or a man who knows a woman who's going through something that appears to be escalating? What's a simple sentence that you say to them right now?
Get help. Use your voice. Call someone. Reach out to someone.
Anyone?
Anyone. If it's your neighbor, the mailman, Vera House is the best place to start.
Yeah. They are good.
They are. Your father, your brother, your sister.
Yeah. Katie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming on and telling your story. We'll talk more. This is The Talk Tonight on CBS5, and we'll be right back.